Hey, how you guys doing? This is the first time I've ever done a live little stream here, so I'm gonna spin this thing around and hopefully I can figure out. Okay, there's the camera. So this video is about some of my favorite two-player games. Now they're two-player only games, okay? So I gotta figure out how to get this camera right. Sorry. I swear, as I do this more often, I'll try to make sure that I know where the hell to look and all that good stuff. So yeah, this will be about some of my favorite two-player games that I've enjoyed the most. Now these are two-player only style games, so these are games that they're not a two-player variant. They don't scale down to two, but they're games that only do work for two players. And I just thought I'd share a few with you guys. Just something fun, a little topic to do. And so since I've been back, I got my very first package, GreyElephant Gaming. So I thought that was cool. I have no idea where to look on this thing. I just got this tablet just recently, and I love it. It's fun, but I can't quite yet figure everything out yet. It's like, where do you look? Where do you look? Anyways, I'm gonna open this up. This is from Ravensburger. So I think I have an idea what this is, but here, let's pop this bad boy open and let's just take a little look-see here at the start of the video. And oh yeah, here we go. We got a little Jaws action going here. How's that? Yeah? This is cool. I saw this. I had written to him a while ago, told him I'd be totally interested in this. My friend Pete Shirey, he's a huge shark fan. So Pete, if you're watching, I'll get you a video up on some Jaws. Yeah, that looks fun. Not sure how to do a live play on that yet, because I think it's actually supposed to be like one against all. But we'll figure something out. Maybe I'll put a little shark fin on the back of the cat and have him somehow teach the cat to play. All right, so let's get into the actual meat of the video. So this is some of my favorite two-player games. These aren't necessarily in any order of preference of saying like, oh, this is my favorite or anything like that. But it's certainly just a list of games that I love. Two-player games, two-player only games. I mean, I just feel like, it's like you don't have to wait too long for your turn to come around. Hey, how you doing, Bob? You don't have to wait so long for your turn to come around. It's like the actions are, a little quicker. And I don't know, just for me, I'm such an impatient gamer, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I've gotten better, but I do feel like I still enjoy the two-player aspect, kind of going head-to-head with one other player versus a whole table of people. It feels more relaxed to me as well. But these are a few of my favorites. Now, one of them I don't have here with me, and I'll just probably tell you what it is at the end of the show. I do kind of wish I did have it here with me because it's really good. It's actually, I wouldn't say my favorite, but I like it a lot. But this is one I picked up recently, Targi. I don't know if you guys have tried this one out yet, but this is a phenomenal game. So let me show you that. I actually have a video that'll be coming up on this because my friend David Taylor, he was telling me how much he enjoyed this game. And I could just never find it in stock. And then finally, out of the blue, I get onto Miniature Market, and then I had to finish making a $100 order, like we all do, because we want that free shipping so bad. I mean, it's a ridiculous thing to go for, but at the same time, this game came in stock, and I was like, well, hey, why not? Let's throw it in there. And it's brilliant. It's a two-player only game. Like I said, that's what the whole video is about. But you see, like, it's got cards all around the border, okay? And those cards are always static. They always remain. But then the cards in the center, they'll either be tribe cards or they'll be good cards. And what you do is you put your little targies, and you've got three of them. See, like there's one here, and then there's one here. And you set them up on these borders. And then wherever they cross paths, then you put these little bitty cubes on those cards. And then you're either going to gain... Yeah, it's back in stock. I saw it over on Miniature Market, Bob. But then you can try to either gain that good, or you can try to purchase what would be oh shoot, tribe cards. And then what's neat about that, so the goods will obviously give you, well, goods, you know, it'll either be salt, pepper, sometimes you can get gold, sometimes you can get victory points, and then you can also get figs. Not the Newton kind though, but just regular figs, like the one that killed the monkey in Indiana Jones. But then you see kind of like up there in the little corner, that's the goods that's required to get the tribe cards. And then once you acquire the tribe cards, then what you do is you want to try to put them in a row, or you get 3 rows you could put them up in, and then it's a set collect kind of a deal, because the little pictures, you want to either try to get, you can do 3 rows of 4 cards, and you want to try to have all 4 cards the same or all 4 cards different, and then you'll score victory points based upon that. And it's a really cool system. It's a lot of fun, because even when you place your target on those outside border pieces, you could take additional actions depending on where they're at. It's a lot of fun. Trust me, Lemon, you would love it. But I highly recommend this one. It is a really good game, and I got to thank David Taylor from, he's got his own YouTube channel, To the Table, Gaming with Friends and Family, and you ought to check that out if you get a chance. So let's go to the next one. This is a bit more of an obscure one. This is called Morels, and I think this one can be a little bit difficult to find at times as well. And what this is it's a game where you're hunting mushrooms. And if you look here on the back, it's a pure card game. And what you're trying to do is you want to collect the sets of mushrooms in your hand, and then you can basically cook them up. And then when you do, you get victory points for them. Now the trick is that obviously you have a limited amount of cards you can hold in your hand, but then as you're playing the game, you can pick up baskets, would allow you to hold more cards. And then what you can also do is you can try, because you want to try to get like similar types of mushrooms in your hand to be able to score the victory points. So for instance, like what is this one right here? This is like the fairy ring. You want to try to get multiple fairy rings, and then it's like telling you what their victory point values are worth right here in the little corner. And then what you do is you cook them up. But what's fun is that you can also like add some vinegar, and you can add some butter to it as well. And that gives you even more victory points, you know, a little flavor, right? But this is a great one. If you can get your hands on Morels, an excellent game and an awful, awful lot of fun. So this one right here was one of the very first games that I actually ever, yeah. yes, because I'm a fun guy. So Lost Cities is one of the very first games that I ever purchased. It is such a phenomenal game, and it's one of those ones that I highly recommend that if anybody's ever getting into gaming in general, this is one of the very first games you should always purchase, because I remember when I originally bought this, I could literally not stop playing. I mean, it was just non-stop. I mean, I was even at work, and I was calling home, and I was talking, you know, with Carmen at the time, and we were just talking about, you know, our score and how to, you know, how bad we wanted to play again. It was just so much fun. So this one here is basically another set collect style game, and basically what you're trying to do is you're going to go on these little expeditions, and that's what the board represents here. And as you collect the cards, you're going to lay them down on your side. Like this would be my side, and then that would be whoever is going to probably beat me side. And then but the trick is that you have to try to lay your cards down, and they're all numbered, and you have to do them like in a numerical order pattern. So like if you start with number 1, then you can go to 2, but if you start like at number 2, you can't go backwards to number 1. And then you just lay them down kind of, you know, one on top of the other. And then what you do at the end is that you add up the total value of all the cards, and then you have to exceed 20. Because once you take on any one of these colors of these expeditions, the number that you have to try to reach to actually break even is 20 on that, which is kind of a weird concept. But you can actually like double the value of the cards by getting little things called handshakes. But yeah, you could kind of see it right there, a little handshake. See that? If you lay that down first before you lay down any of the numbered value cards, then it multiplies the value of all the cards. So you got a greater chance of trying to be successful with your expedition. But you can go in the negative on this game. And I have taught this a few times, and the people did go in negative. And it is kind of funny to see because, you know, you're scoring like 180, 200 points, and they're still in the negatives, and you feel kind of bad for them, but it's like, whatever, right? That's part of gaming. So there's a couple of versions of this out. This one's Tides of Madness, and this one's my favorite. The other one is called something. Tides of something. They're both by Portal. And I don't know, it slipped my mind. If one of you guys can think of it, leave a comment down below. But yeah, Tides of Time. Thanks, Bob. But this one's Tides of Madness, and I like this one better. This one's an awful lot of fun. Oh my God, is this the game fun? So here's what happens in this one. You're going to get these cards in your hand. And then you're going to get 5 of them, and then you play a total of 3 rounds. And each round, maybe there's more than that you get. Maybe you get like 7 of them. But the point is, it's like 5 or 7. But the point is that you're going to then do like a drafting style. So you're going to select one, pass the rest of the cards over to your opponent. They're going to select one, and then it comes back to you. You select, and then you just do that back and forth. And then what's fun about it is that, okay, there's a couple of things you're going to be looking at. Let me make sure I get this. There we go. There you are. So up here is kind of telling you the symbol that it kind of represents, or the victory points, I'm sorry. That's the victory points value if you can actually put together the combo that it's calling for. Here's the combo it's calling for right here. And then right here is the symbol that it's giving you. So typically the symbol it gives you doesn't work for the combo it's asking. But if you can reach that combo by playing some of the other... Hey, how you doing, Joe? But if you can play the combo, like with some of these other cards, like at the end of the round, if you do like have the magic, and if you have the tower, and if that's what that's called for, then you get those victory points. But, here's the thing. Some of the cards will give you madness. And, hey, Mark, how you doing, bud? See this like little squiggly? See how it's got squigglies on it right there? Tentacles? So each one of these cards you play in front of you with the tentacles, they'll give you a madness token. And if you, at the end of the round, exceed your madness, then you automatically lose the game. And see, I'm a Lovecraft fan. I love Lovecraft. Eldritch Horror is one of my absolute favorite, like, I don't know, bigger adventure style games. And this is a game that's kind of set in that, you know, kind of frame. In that frame with the Lovecraft and you know, the Cthulhu and the mystic, you know, monsters and all that fun stuff. And I have a blast with this one. This is a great game. A little bit more difficult to teach than some of the Lost Cities, but boy, is it worth it. Love this game. All right, so the next one I got is Japur. I don't know if you've ever played this one. Now, this one's going to be a little hit and miss. And the reason I say that is because I feel like that there is enough strategy in the game, but some people think that it's too luck-based, and I understand what they're saying. I think, though, for me personally, if you have a strategic way to play the game, in fact, I have this game on my phone as well, and I play the app. If you play the computer on hard, you get an idea that there is strategy behind it. The app killed it. As in it did good with it, Joe? Like the app did well with it, or the app killed the game? Define killed it. But this is basically a game, once again, I'm a huge fan of set collecting, okay? I love games where I have to set collect. So you get these cards, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to collect the sets, and then you turn them in, and then you acquire tokens that are worth the victory point value. Now, there will be a stack of them. Yeah, I know, I agree, Joe. I do love the app an awful lot, and you could play it fast, can't you? So what you do, though, is that the stacks of tokens, the higher, the best value, you know, I've never played Feast for Odin, Joe, sorry. I have played Odin's Ravens, though, which kind of goes along with this video, and I wish I'd have brought Odin's Ravens with me, because I do believe that is a game that should be on this list. And then I'll talk about that one in a little bit at the end of the video, plus the other game that I feel like I should have brought over from the house, which, yeah, anyways. So the values, the higher value tokens are at the top, so you want to be fast, and you want to try to grab those, but if you turn in a bigger set, then you actually get to gain more of the tokens. So each time you turn in a set, you're getting as many tokens as the set you turn in. The higher value tokens are on top, but sometimes you'll just grab tokens to try to keep them from your opponent, which is a good strategy, and I've had the computer do that to me a lot, and that's how I learned to be a bit of a killer in this game, and a little bit more malicious. And then there's camels too, so like whoever has the most camels at the end of the round, they actually get this camel token, which isn't really very valuable, but at the same time, they're camels, and everybody loves camels, right? Then let's see, let's go with this one. All right, Agricola, all creatures big and small. Is it big? Yeah, I thought it was great and small. There for a minute, I was going back to my book days. Have you ever have you guys played Agricola? I mean, I love Agricola. I don't even own it anymore. It's funny enough because it never gets played anymore. Especially when I got this one because I usually only ever play it 2-player. And this one here just kind of killed that drive for me. Yeah, it just was such a phenomenal little game here. And what I like too is that with Agricola, the big game, I didn't really like the farming aspect, but I did love the animals. And yeah, Don, you should definitely try this. Well, next time we get together, bud, I'd love to play this with you. So basically, you have your little boards here, and then what you're doing is you'll get buildings, and you can upgrade spaces. Then you put the little animals in their little areas, but then you got to fence them in, and then you can use the buildings that you purchase as kind of like a border to. I don't know if you care, Joe, but oh yeah, Yui's awesome. I didn't try Feast Voting, man. I couldn't get into it either, man. So don't feel bad. But anyways, so then you try to collect the animals, and just like in Agricola rules, and I hope I'm saying Agricola correctly, or Agricola. But then they'll breed and they'll make extras. And then basically you just score points off that. But here's like the main board where you're going to be putting your tokens on for the actions and collecting animals and stuff like that. You could put sheds on there. But this is great. And you can do little expansions on your board to try to expand your farm. But this game is fun. This is really fun. I love this game a lot. I highly recommend it. All right, so this is the last physical one I have here, and then we'll talk about a couple of other ones because we've been about 16 minutes. We're good. So Seven Wonders Duel. If you're a fan of Seven Wonders, and this is fantastic. This is fantastic how they were able to turn this into a 2-player experience. So just like with Seven Wonders, you're going to be trying to get the cards, the buildings that you're going to place in front of you. But the way you do it is you see how this is kind of a funny looking like pattern, a grid. And I did a video on this a long time ago when it first came out. But you basically will take the card and then it turns up these 2 cards. And then your opponent takes a turn and then they take a card. And it just works up and you just keep flipping over other cards and then exposing other cards in the process. Now there is an expansion to this as well, but you also get your wonders like you normally do. So it basically is the exact same rules of Seven Wonders, but they were able to do this in a phenomenal 2-player format. You even have the military track up here and everything. And I do have the expansion in here. I'm trying to think it was called Pantheon. Yeah, the Pantheon. This is the little expansion, which added a bunch of gods and made it super duper cool. And I highly recommend, if you do pick it up, just pick the expansion up immediately because you won't be disappointed. It added a lot of good meaty stuff to the game that just keeps the game fun. You know what I mean? Seven Wonders, let's have to. It's not that. Yeah. I agree, Bob. And yeah, and I agree, Dalmatian, or Dalmanic, Dal, I call you Dal. Yeah, Seven Wonders is just a phenomenal game. I've got the big set, and I've got the little set. I don't have the leaders or the cities expansion. I always just typically teach the base game. I do have Babel, but that never gets played, even though I do enjoy it. So anyways, a couple of games that I did not have here with me, which I should have brought with me from the house. Let me see if I could pull those up real quick, a real picture. Have you guys ever played Battle Lore? Now that's a 2-player skirmish game, and that is a fantastic game as well. Let me see if I can find a little picture here. Boom, this one right here. There we go. Battle Lore. You ever play that one? Now that's a damn good game. It's a miniature skirmish game. And basically you pick an army, and you can have an army that's kind of already picked out for you, or you can draft, and then you put them on the board, and then you just go at it. And then basically you got terrain, you got, the water, you got hills, and then you play these little cards, and that's like, determines like which your armies you're going to move in which sector. And then you can get magic, and you can use that against one another. There's another game that's based upon that. It's Memoir 44. It's based upon the World War II, which is it's still fun. Don't get me wrong, but I like Battlelore a little bit better simply because I think I like the I think I like the fantasy just a tad bit better than what I like, the real version of I guess war. Even though Osprey Games has an awesome deck builder coming out that's based upon World War II that I'm going to have to check out at Gen Con. Then, of course, Odin's Ravens. I don't know if you've had a chance to play Odin's Ravens or if you guys have ever heard of it, but that's another good one. Let me pull that up for you real quick. Odin's Ravens. Yeah, Memoir and Battlelore are pretty much the same. They really are. They're just a slight difference in the rules. I've played them both, and I just feel that the way that I just feel like the way that Battlelore plays is just a tad bit better. Here's Odin's Ravens, and I've got that one. And basically what you're doing is each of you will play as one of the Ravens, and you're putting down the terrain. These cards, they represent terrain, and you're trying to fly your Raven from one end down to the other. And whoever gets down to the end ends up winning the game. And that's kind of a close-up of what the terrain looks like. And you want to try to match up the same type of terrain because then your Raven can fly right over that real fast. But then you can play little tricks and stuff on each other and prevent one another from being able to move. But it's a lot of fun. This is to be mean and hurtful. But where is Carmen? Can you say in one word? That's a Joe. Carmen and I are actually divorcing, so that's been why I hadn't been producing videos for over a year. Is because I actually moved out. I got on my own, but everybody's doing fine. The kids are fine. But yeah, we ended up splitting up. It was a pretty rough year last year, but I had to get back to my happy place and before I got into filming because I felt like I was kind of losing my mind a little bit there for a while. But yeah, we split up and things are what they are, and you just got to move on, right? You can't dwell on the negatives or the past. Man, I'm gonna figure out where the hell to look on this camera. I think before the end, I think I'm supposed to look here. But then it's like I can't see myself. Like, I don't know. It's so weird. Anyways, do you guys got any favorite ones you want to list off real quick before we call this a day? We're going 22 minutes here, and I don't want to take forever. Oh, it's all right, Mark. It's all good, man. It's and yeah, thanks, Bob. I appreciate it. You know what? It's one of those things that you just deal with and you move on, man. And I've had a real positive, outcome from it, and yeah, I appreciate it, Dal. And like I said, it was a little rough at first, especially living alone. It was really weird, but you get used to it, man. You do. Thanks, Joe. Yeah. Hey, knuckle bump. Boop. Here, see if we. Boop. There we go. No, it's all good, man. But I appreciate you guys watching Kings and Assassins. All right, I'll have to look for Kings and Assassins. I haven't heard of that one. Yeah, that sounds like an interesting game. I like the name of the title. Duelosaur Island. Need to suggest Haven as 2 players. Haven't heard of Haven either. Hey, you guys got a bunch of them I haven't even heard of. Man, I was so out of it for the... Good for you, Mark. Yeah, I was so away from board gaming there for, like I said, for a while. I stopped making videos. I stopped even following or playing or anything. But it feels good to be back. I'm happy to be making content again. And here I am doing live plays or figuring out how the hell to do this stuff. And this is fun too. So, all right, guys, we're hitting about 24 minutes. And so where are you at with Reams? Oh, Hero. Are you talking to me, Bob, about the Reams? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Raptor! Damn, I should have brought that one over, man. That's a great one. Yeah, I got that one over at the house, too. Man, that is a good one. Yeah, Realms. Yeah, Star Realms. That's a good one, too, man. Oh, hell! Hey, hang on for a minute. I can't believe I forgot, like, the best 2-player game ever. Don't go nowhere. Don't leave. Oh my God, I can't believe I almost forgot about this. This is like, oh my God. I have a special place in my heart for this one, but Star Wars Rebellion. Oh my God. Look at this bad boy. Ain't that sweet? Oh my. This one's delicious. If you love Star Wars, this one is so freaking good. And this is so thematic. Oh my God, is it thematic? You got the big board, and this is all about, basically the Death Stars. And I haven't tried War of the Ring yet. It's one of those ones I would always like to, but you know what? You got to find somebody who's into it as much as you are. You know what I mean? It's just not as fun to play with yourself. It's kind of like sex. It's okay to play with yourself, but it's more fun with another person, right? But yeah, this one's super thematic and so much fun. You know, you got all these planets and you're trying to move around and you play as either the rebels or you play as the Empire. And the Empire, I mean, their military force is just, I mean, the rebels can't keep up with it, but the rebels have to bounce around to these planets and play cat and mouse the whole game until before the Empire can track down where their secret base is and destroy it. Then there's this little tracker here, and if ever these two little markers that you see here and here meet up, then the rebels win. But if the Empire is able to find their secret base before that and destroy it, then the Empire wins. But I can't believe I didn't have this originally. I was just looking at my little games. I can't believe I didn't even think about this, but this is probably, God, I love this game so much. Oh, just such happy thoughts and memories. I don't get to play it very often. That's the sad part about it. But it's a game, it's one of those ones where it's like, you know how you got games that are never gonna, you can play 4-player Bob, but it's not true. It doesn't really work as well with 4. It's more fun just 2-player, you know? But that's a game that no matter what, it will just never. Yeah, you do need kind of a half a day, don't you, Dal? But it's never going to leave my collection. I just absolutely love it too much. So, all right, guys. Well, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I was thinking next week maybe we'll do another one. I don't know. Maybe we'll do another one later this week even. It depends on how nice the weather is. If it's too nice, I'll probably be outside on the water. I started taking up a lot of, yeah, no problem, Dal. It's been great. Thanks for your support. I appreciate you watching and commenting. It's a lot of fun to do this. So I took up kayaking and paddleboarding. I don't know if you guys have ever done paddleboarding or kayaking, but man, I've been having an awful lot of fun with it. I got all kinds of pictures being out on the water I could probably share with you guys here. But yeah, that was just me last week. And that's the girl I'm seeing right now, and her name's Amanda. I'll introduce you guys to her. Check out my shorts, my new swim shorts. I love Godzilla, and I got me some Godzilla swim trunks. Good to see you too, Legrin. I hope I pronounced your name okay. I wish I could get to the ocean with it, but to be honest with you, I'm afraid I'll get bit by a shark, and I don't want to be bit by a shark. Like my niece, she lives down in Florida, and she always says there's too many gators down there to be able to kayak down there. I was going to try to see some other pictures for you guys real quick, but for some reason all I get is other stuff. I can't find any more water pics. But yeah, so I started doing kayaking. Can you sing us a song for working out? I'll save singing for another time. How's that? I'll sing. I'll try to come up with you guys for a nice. We do have we do have Jaws that'll be coming up. I filmed already a couple of other games. I did Way of the Panda. So I because I'm kind of getting back into this again, I got to try to reach out to all my old contacts with publishers and see if anybody even remembers me to see if they can send me anything. Otherwise, I got to buy all this shit, and that adds up pretty fast. But so Ravensburg sent that. I've got some stuff. Do you like Scootin' Tootin'? Haven't played Scootin' Tootin' yet, Bob. I know my friend David. He says that's pretty fun though. That's I believe the Scottish game, the card game. It looks funny. We got stuff coming from Calliope Games. There should be some stuff coming from Asmodee. We'll see about that. But anyway, so hopefully I'll be able to get you guys some more newer titles. Hopefully coming up soon. Some more things that are more in the hotness. And yeah, I played Battle Line. It was okay. It didn't blow me away or anything, but it was a decent game. Um, but yeah, okay. So I'm gonna pretty much wrap it up here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll try to come up with another one. I think I already know what the title of the next video will be. It's probably going to be games that should belong in everybody's collection. And then what I'll do is I'll flash up a few, and if it's not in your collection, you're probably going to have to run out and buy it immediately because it's the elephant recommends it. All right. Hey, I appreciate your all support. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your comments. You guys are the best. Bye-bye. Let me see if I can figure out how to turn this thing off, right? Do I just hit that? Yes, I want to stop streaming.